Hey guys, welcome back to Think Beautiful, the channel where I chronicle all of Meghan Markle's debacles and what a busy couple of days I am having because this one is all in the media. She is just flooding the media. Oh, she must be doing so poorly with her As Ever brand that she just has to try so hard. Now, she has been a guest on this thing. This is the circuit with Emily Chang. It is pitched as a respected, high profile business platform. So, this is honestly just to spruik her wares. And in my opinion, she's looking for a retail partner. That's what I get from this thing. But this interview, as ever, is filled with lies, with contradictions, with self propping up, with all kinds of garbage, just the usual stuff. But it's so interesting, and I love to pick it apart. Now, Emily Chang brings up this story again, this 11-year-old story of Meghan Markle writing a letter. Why is this being brought up again? This is when I knew that this interview was going to be garbage. Emily is obviously on Meghan's team, so this is going to be full of all kinds of unconscious bias, as Prince Harry would say. Now, one of the very first things that Meghan does, as ever, is take a shot at the royals and at royal life because it's not enough for her that she's a duchess. She's obviously salty as. So take a listen to this. So Emily asks, is there an inherent tension in trying to be relatable while also being a duchess? And Meghan says, no. No, I don't find I'm just being myself. So I think probably it was different several years ago, here we go, where I couldn't be as vocal and had to wear nude pantyhose all the time. Let's be honest, that was not very myself. I hadn't seen pantyhose since movies in the 80s when they came in that little egg that felt a little bit inauthentic. It's a silly example, but it's an example of when you can't dress the way you're able to and be who you are and show up in the space really organically, authentically. That's being comfortable in your own skin. And that's, of course, had different chapters in my life. But right now, no, I don't feel that I need to prove anything. Well, Meghan Markle, why are you doing this interview if you don't need to prove anything? That is the question. But clearly, she is still salty AF about being in the royal family and being told to wear pantyhose. Now, first of all, she hasn't always worn pantyhose anyway. Here are some examples of when she didn't. And let's be honest, that one on the left there, she really should have been. Now, Princess Catherine hasn't always worn pantyhose either. It is not even mandatory. So here we go again. You have to fact check Meghan Markle because she will lie to your face. And if you don't have the receipts, you won't know any different. She certainly won't tell you. But there you go. You can see she's still banging on about royal life. This has been 5 years already. They don't want you back, Meghan. Get over it. Just drop the title, and this can all be done, and we can all just move on. Now, it didn't stop there. She, of course, had to mention that she wants us to see the real her. Oh my goodness, here we go again, because this is what she said. So, Emily says, you were off social media for years and now you're back on. Do you feel like you're rebranding yourself? And she says, no. I think, oh, how funny. No, I think I finally get to share the me that's been here for so long that people haven't had the same visibility. Yeah, that sounds pretty familiar, Megan. You've been telling us that since at least 2022, because in this Archetypes or Arse-Wipes podcast, this was meant to be the real you. Hi, it's me. I'm just so excited for you guys to hear me. Megan, we hear you. We know who the real you is. and we don't like it. That's why I'm here talking about it. We know who you are. Stop trying to tell us it's the real you just because we didn't like the previous one. You don't get another shot at this. The real you is one singular identity. You can't have multiple well, you can. Maybe you can. Maybe she does. I don't know. But this is sounding like a broken record at this point. She's trying so hard and failing as ever. Then, of course, Meghan spoke about her brand. Now, this is a very interesting take on the As Ever brand because take a listen to what she said here. So, Emily says celebrity brands are all the rage right now. This is a good question. What's going to make yours stand out? And Megan says the authenticity is probably what will help it stand apart. What? Also, oh my gosh, the price point. I think certainly we're looking at economically what's happening right now. Oh, wow. You really want things to be in a range that people can still have a piece of. Wow. So Meghan Markle appears to think she is authentic and it's actually a strength. Oh my gosh, I have never heard someone so out of touch with reality. Clearly, authenticity is her biggest gap. I mean, why else would she be going on these podcasts or flopcasts and doing all this promo to prove that she's so authentic, completely repeating herself, saying how authentic she is? I mean, it makes no sense. She's clearly not authentic. We are all telling her, but she's living in this world where she thinks she is. Oh, wow. And the price point? How is that something that's going to set you apart unless it's in a bad way? Because let me tell you, a $9 jar of marmalade, because now we have a marmalade, that is not relatable. That is not a good thing. It's the tiniest jar you've ever seen. $9 for jam or spread, whatever this thing is craziness. It's not good economics. What is she talking about? Is she okay? Has anyone asked if Meghan Markle is okay? Now, speaking about her brand and its target audience, Meghan Markle again makes this ridiculous claim. Listen to this. So, there is something I think really important in that the first hero product was this $9 jar of jam spread, by the way, which my 15-year-old self would have been able to buy. And then after you finish the jam, you could use that to put your flowers in it, little jar, or your pens on your desk. And I liked the idea of having something that just felt signature in that way and keepsake packaging and affordable. So here she goes again with this crazy idea that she has a group of, I don't know, invisible 15-year-old girls idolizing her and wanting to buy her products. This is absolute garbage. This is delusional. 15-year-old girls do not even know who Meghan Markle is. Clearly, they have no idea. She hasn't done anything. I mean, if there was one 15-year-old, maybe they would look up to her, but only because she married a prince. That is all she is. She is just someone who married into the royal family. But seriously, there is no group of 15-year-old girls trying to buy her jam. This is so ridiculous. Why does she say that? Now, if you have a look at who her actual target audience are, I asked ChatGPT. She does mention in this interview that she's just figured out ChatGPT, like she's the last person in the world. But have a look at who her target market is. They're not 15. Okay, and they're making like 100 grand a year. They're affluent, they're middle class, they're 28 to 50 years old. Wow, Meghan, where are you getting this idea of 15-year-olds? This is crazy. Is anyone doing any research on this? Someone has to tell her to stop mentioning the 15-year-old girls. It is getting creepy. Then Meghan Markle takes a few shots at her critics. Have a listen to her justification on this one. So she says, but equally, it's not me that they're talking about. It's some caricature they've had to create to get clicks. Okay, so maybe this is a type of caricature, Megan, if that's what you're talking about, but it is based on fact and it is based on your actions. How can she take no responsibility for anything she has said and done? I mean, it's just insane. I mean, look at this Oprah interview. We're not exaggerating this. This actually happened. This is not a caricature of life. This is exactly what Meghan Markle did. We comment on what she said. We're not happy with it. We're allowed to not be happy with it. That's okay. But to brush it away and say that we are just commenting on a caricature and it's not really her, that is craziness. I've never seen the level of zero accountability that I'm witnessing in this interview. OMG. But don't worry, it gets worse because Meghan Markle takes another shot at the critics and says something so ridiculous. Again, completely delusional. Take a listen to this. So, about the criticism, Emily says, how did that land for you? She's just shown us some criticism of With Love Meghan. And she says, I think I knew who I was trying to meet, as in the audience. And so, if you know your audience, you know your demographic. Well, Meghan doesn't. Well, they love the show, and my partners love the show. I guess that's Netflix. And that's why we have a season 2 and why we have more fun coming. Okay. So I think oftentimes, that's a long word to fill the air, the negative voices, are they saying negative things? And then secretly going home and making single skillet spaghetti? Possibly. What? Meghan Markle is accusing her critics, people like me, of secretly cooking her single skillet spaghetti. I can hardly even say that. I don't think so, Meghan. That is not what is happening. Surely you don't even believe that, Meghan. Come on. This is such a joke. What is she doing? This was a complete train wreck. As ever, just another one to put on the list. She needs to stop doing these interviews. She's ruining her credibility, if that's possible. She's so inauthentic and she just proves it every single time. I just can't believe some of the things that came out of her mouth in this one. But guys, that is all I have for you today. They are the top moments from this interview. I hope you enjoyed my covering of this. Please like and subscribe, and I will keep these videos coming. Thank you. Bye.